Hi, today we're going to look at linear relationships. Where do we draw these? We draw these on a Cartesian plane. This whole section, this flat section, is called a plane. The horizontal line with all these numbers is called the x-axis, and the vertical line is called the y-axis. Now you might notice that it's divided into four, and each of these sections is called a quadrant. Quadrant 1 being that one over there, that's quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. When we plot a point, such as that one, we always read the coordinates as the x value first, so 1, and then the y value second. So this is 1, 2, not 2, 1. So always the x value first. And we would describe this coordinate to be in quadrant 1 because it's in this section. If I gave you -1 and 3.5, would it be -1 and 3.5 over there? No, you would always read the x value first. So -1 would be this one, not that one over there. So -1, 3.5 would be here. And this would be in the second quadrant. Let's have a look at this question. Plot the graph specified by the rule y equals x plus 2 for the x values -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So first of all, let's draw a table where we have all the x values given to us, and now we have to work out the y values using that equation. So y equals x plus 2. When x is -2, we put -2 in there where the x is, and we obtain y equals to 0 because -2 plus 2 is 0. So let's put a 0 there. Now we have to find what y is when x is -1. So when x is -1, y is, using that equation again, -1 plus 2. So we substitute the x as -1 and we obtain 1. So put 1 there. Then we would do it for 0. So 0 into that equation plus 2 is just 2. We'll do it for 1. 1 plus 2 is just 3. And do it for 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Once we have all the x and y values, we can put them as coordinates. Remember, x first, then y. So that will be -2, 0. That will be -1, 1. That will be 0, 2, and 1, 3, and 2, 4. With these coordinates, we can plot a line. So let's put these coordinates onto our graph. So -2, 0 would be here. Then we have -1, 1. So -1, always read the x value first, and then the y value, so over there. Then 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4. Then we can join it with a line. So this is the line y equals x plus 2. And we can see that there's an intercept there cutting the y-axis. So we call this the y-intercept. And it happens at 0, 2. And we also notice that it cuts the x-axis over there. This is called the x-intercept. And it happens at -2, 0. So for the x-intercept, we'll notice that the y value is always 0. And for the y-intercept, we'll notice that the x value is always 0. Another feature of the graph that you should always put is the middle value over there, the origin, and it's denoted as 0, 0. You just have to put a 0 in that little space over there. Plot 2 points and draw the linear graph y equals 3x minus 1. Now you have to draw a table and pick 2 x values if it doesn't give you any x values. I've picked 0 and 1 because it's really easy to plug 0 and 1 in the equation. So let's substitute it in. So for x equals 0, 3 times 0 is 0. Minus 1 is just -1. And then for x equals 1, we have y is equal to 3 times 1 is 3, minus 1 is 2. Then write the coordinates. And then we can sketch the graph, 0, -1, and 1, 2, and put a line through. As you can see, if we had other points on the line, it will still be the same line. So we only need 2 points. Now, do you remember the steps? Step number 1, substitute the x values in to find y. Once you're done with that, plot these 2 coordinates on the graph, then draw a line. Let's have a look at the gradients we've seen today in the last video. So here we have all the gradients. Pause the video and see if you can describe them, and unpause to see if we use the same words. Which of these graphs would you describe as steep? Now remember, steep are when it's close to vertical. These 2 are steep. Which of these graphs would you describe as shallow or slow? Remember, shallow means it's not deep, or in other words, it's almost lying down. So these two are shallow. Which of these graphs would you say are positive graphs? Positive means it's going up that way. So you always read left to right, okay? Not the other way around. Be careful. So positive going up are these two. And which of these graphs would you say are negative or going down? These two are negative. Now these two graphs we saw today, one of them was x equals and the other one was y equals. The x equals graph would be that one, and a y equals graph would be that one. Now that one there has no gradient, or the gradient is said to be undefined, whereas the gradient for that one is 0, not moving. There are quite a few words to remember, so make sure you write them down. And whenever you're sketching, unless the question tells you to find lots of coordinates, then you only need 2 for a straight line. That's it from me today. See you next time. Bye.